Hello everyone, welcome to Dada's Food Crave Kitchen. If you're new here, I welcome you. If you're a returning subscriber, I welcome you. This is part 2 of my previous video that I show you guys how I was making my jerk seasoning. Alright, if you want to see how I make this recipe, keep on watching. And without any further ado, let's get cooking. Guys, I am going to tell you this. I went to war with this chicken. I was going to leave the skin on the chicken, but the chicken was too dirty for me. You know, I just decided to take all the skin off the chicken. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you guys how dirty this chicken was. Meaning, it was so fatty. Fatty. The skin didn't look good at all. So I just had to take all the skin off. So this will be your choice to leave the skin on or take the skin off. Like I said, I was going to leave the skin on, but I was like, no way. I was trying to clean the chicken, but the skin was just too much for me. So I took all the skin off. So this will be your choice to leave it on or take it off. All right. As you can see, this is the very day I made this seasoning. Like I said, if you missed that video, hop over to my channel. You will see how I make this homemade jerk seasoning that you can use for fish, oxtail, chicken, or beef. All right. So if you missed that video, you can go ahead and watch that video how I make my own homemade jerk seasoning, better than the store brand. You will not buy jerk seasoning anymore from the store. You want to make your own. At least you know what you put in it, right? You can make it as darker as this, but I prefer this color. All right, and also adjust the spice. So it already has the spice. Like I said, if you missed that video, go ahead and check that video out, how to make that seasoning. I'm not going to show it here in this video. That video was made separately from this video. And I mentioned that this is going to be a part 2, what I'm going to be using the seasoning for. So like I said, I already washed my chicken. So there's already salt here, but I'm going to just add a little bit salt, right? The chicken was soaked in water, salt, and vinegar. And I also wash it with lemon as well, right? I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. So you want to make sure you adjust the salt intake too to your liking. Like I said, the seasoning already have salt. So I just wanted to season the chicken a little bit with salt, just in case. Okay, just a little bit, not a lot. And don't come for me. Now, I'm making this for me. So when you're watching my video, you want to make sure you adjust everything to the way you want it. Okay, just go ahead and rub it. So after rubbing the salt like so, a little bit, like I said, it already has salt, the seasoning. So I'm just going to create some incision on the chicken like so. And on the leg. And guys, I'm going to let this sit overnight. All right. If you don't have time, you can season it for at least 30 to 45 minutes. But I'm going to let this sit overnight. I'm going to cook it the next day. As you can see, if you go and watch that video, I still have a brown outfit on. So that's done. So when I get out of work tomorrow, I'm gonna make this recipe. And it's not just the chicken. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put a good amount of the jerk seasoning. And whatever I have left, I'm gonna put it in the freezer. So just like so. I'm gonna cover this. Like I said, I'm gonna season this and let it sit overnight. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. I don't have a plastic film, so I'm using a foil. And this is gonna go into the fridge till tomorrow overnight. Like I said, if you don't have time, you can season it for 30 to 45 minutes, all right? When I say I went to war with the chicken, I went to war with the chicken. It was a battle. Look at these guys. So I washed that chicken really, really good, and I took all the skin out. So it's your choice to leave the skin on or take it off. I decided to take it off. Look at how fatty this chicken was. So yeah. Alrighty, stay tuned. So okay guys, so this is Goya red kidney beans. Actually, I was looking for the one that is really, really red and dark in color, but I could not find that one. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I'm going to go ahead and soak these beans for an hour. I was going to soak it overnight, but I was unable to. But at least if I soak it for an hour, at least that should be fine. Actually, I'm going to rinse it and then soak it. I'm going to wash it, rinse it, and then soak it, okay? Like I said, and try and soak it for 1 hour. In case you are wondering the measurement of the beans, it is 1 pound. Okay, it is 1 pound, which is 16 ounces of beans. 454 grams. Okay, 454 grams, 1 pound, or 16 ounces. Okay, so I'm using 1 pound of the Goya red kidney beans. Then I'll go ahead and place my pan on top like so. I'm going to go ahead and grease it so that it don't get sticky, so that the chicken doesn't get sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to rub a little bit of oil on the pan like so. And now this is the next day. Mind you, I season it overnight. All right, like how many hours? I think when I seasoned this, it was like I'm not sure, like 5 o'clock yesterday or something, and then it's now 4 p.m. so this was overnight seasoning. All right, and like I said again, if you want to know how to make your own jerk seasoning, hop up on my channel, which you're already there watching this video, to check how I made the jerk seasoning for my chicken. All right, so this was seasoned overnight. Overnight is the best. If you don't have time, I would say at least 30 to 45 minutes, or you know, overnight. If you know you're gonna cook, just season it and let it sit for overnight. So my oven was already preheating to 350 degrees. I'm just going to go ahead and lay the chicken like so. Let's pop this chicken into the oven. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the middle rack. And for my blended ingredients, I have here 1 whole green bell pepper and 1 whole red bell pepper, 2 medium-sized onion, and 2 Scotch bonnet or habanero pepper. I also have here some scallions that I'm going to use. Then I also have here some garlic. Okay, I'm going to use 2 Knorr seasoning cubes and some black pepper. And maybe a little bit of salt. All right, that's all you need for your blended ingredients. To go ahead and boil that beans that I soaked for an hour. Now, if you want, you can use the canned beans, but we are going to use this one. All right. I'm going to go ahead and boil the beans. Like I said, I'm not going to boil it until it's really soft. I'm going to boil these beans like almost like al dente. All right. Not too soft, not too hard, but I'm going to boil it. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to also use this water to cook the rice. I'm not going to put any salt on the beans. I'm just going to boil it as is, the way it is. All right, guys, let's check our beans. As you can see, the beans is cooking really nicely. Like I said, I'm going to use that water to cook the rice. Do not throw that water away, because you have all that good stuff in that water. Yes. Like I said, you can go ahead and use canned beans. Like I said, you see, now the beans is done. Now we're going to take that and put that aside. All right, so let's go now and add our blended ingredients. Now I'm going to cover it and let it cook for a little bit. Alrighty, let's check. All right, guys, let's check. I'm going to go ahead and add some bay leaves. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add my beans. Okay, I already strained it from the water. Now, if you want to use the canned beans, you can go ahead and use the canned beans. But I'm telling you, cooking the, you know, the beans from scratch, that's the way to go. All right, so I'm gonna add the boiled beans already. Like so. I'm going to give it a little bit, let it cook. Like I said, I went ahead and strained the water out. We're not going to throw this water away. We're going to use this water to cook our rice. All right? Do not throw that water away. You know, that's why it's better to use the beans from scratch. Then, you know, you don't have no preservative in the beans. It's good to use beans from scratch like so, instead of using the bean from the can. Now let's check our chicken. It's been in the oven a while now. So I went ahead and boosted the oven up to broil. And I'm not gonna let that leftover jack seasoning go away, go to waste. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right into the beans. We're not letting nothing go into waste. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add my rice. I'm using 5 cups of rice, and I'm using basmati rice. And I wash the rice until most of the starch comes out. I did not add any water yet, so I'm going to go ahead and toast this rice a little bit before I'm going to add the juice from the beans. Yes. Like I said again, feel free to use the canned beans, but trust me, you want to boil the beans from scratch. And if you want to know the texture of the beans, I'll show you how to not cook it too soft. You just want to cook it just right. See? It's cooked. And this is our chicken. Look how beautiful it is, guys. It is ready. It cooked really, really nicely. You can also put this in the grill, if you can put it in the grill outside, or you can just, you know, put it in the oven, grill it in the oven. Yes, I like that really nice burnt color on it, like so. This is gonna go really, really, really nice with the rice. All right, and this is how everything looks like. You can also add some liquid smoke on it just to give it that smoky flavor. But I think this chicken is well seasoned because, like I said, I seasoned Yeah, you can season it overnight. All right, just like I did. So now let's check our rice. We're almost done, guys. All right, let's check our rice, like I said. All right. Usually, like I said, some people would like to put coconut milk on this rice to cook the rice, but I'm not doing none of that. So if you want to cook your rice with coconut milk, you can go ahead and do that. And again, the reason why I like to toast my rice like this before I add water, it's going to cook the rice halfway so that you don't require to put a lot of water. And it's going to give the rice a really, 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 really nice texture in your mouth. So right now, I didn't put any water into this. I'm just toasting it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some of the water that I cooked the beans. Right now there is no water. The rice is raw. It's not cooked. It's just being toasted. So I'm going to go ahead and toast it a little more. Then I'll put that brown water from the beans, or, you know, or maybe hot boiling water. All right. All right, now it's toasted really, really well. Now I'm going to go ahead and add that water. All that good stuff from the beans. All that good stuff. Yes. I'm going to taste for salt. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of boiling water. And this right here should cook the rice. This water, this level right here. I'm going to turn my stove on medium. And since I like pepper so much, I'm just going to put this pepper right here like so. All right, so that I can squeeze on the side. I always say this is a great option to cook for somebody who doesn't eat hot food. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover the pot. This time I'm using parchment paper instead of the... Yeah, so this will trap all the heat inside the pot and make the rice cook really, really nice. All right. And if you, like I said, want to toast the rice first, it gives you more advantage not to put too much water to cook the rice. You know, it will help toast the rice and cook the rice ahead of time. And then, you know, then you can just add enough water, but not too much water. All right. All right, guys, let's check our rice. It's been cooking for a while now. See why it's important to use parchment paper or foil, because all this extra water might go in the rice and make your rice extra mushy. So I'm going to gently pick it up like so. And then dump it into the sink. I'm going to go ahead and pick all this pepper because you don't want it to burst in there. This is to squeeze on the side. And our rice is cooked really, really nice. Perfectly. Perfect. Look at that color. Look at that color just from using the water from the beans that I boil. You don't want to throw that away. Alrighty, so I'm gonna cover it and let it cook for a little bit more, and then we're gonna see the finished result. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it again like so and give it 5 minutes. All right, guys, our rice been cooking for a while now. Let's see how it looks like. The reason why I cooked it for another 5 minutes because I can see that, you know, there was some grain, white grain. Now, as you can see, there's no white grain. The rice is cooked perfectly fine. Yes, like I said, you can cook it with coconut milk if you want, but I cannot use coconut milk, so that's why. But trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Yes. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Yes. Look how beautiful this rice is, guys. If you don't try this, you're definitely gonna miss out. Beautiful and fluffy. Fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy. Look at this beauty, guys. That burnt color on the chicken. Ah, it's everything. It's everything. It looks like I did this in the grill outside. Yes, it looked like this chicken was grilled outside. Don't forget to check the video how to make your own homemade jerk seasoning. Yes, better than the store brand, guys. Yes, make sure you check that video out. I'll put a link down below so that you guys can check that video out, how to make your own jerk seasoning, all right, which you can use for your chicken, your fish, and your beef, your oxtail, and all that. Yes, and I thank you all so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, I'll see you all in my next upload. Thanks for watching. Bye.
It's J Life Music.